Hey guys, welcome back to Sparkmanhomestead. My name is Krista. I have a preservation project today that I need to get done, and I thought that I would bring you guys along because I've honestly wanted to do this for a really long time, but never knew how to do it. So yesterday I harvested some cauliflower. I didn't plant very much cauliflower because we don't eat it a lot. We definitely prefer broccoli over cauliflower. So I only planted, I think 4, maybe 5 heads of cauliflower. So I harvested 4 yesterday. I'll show you what they're starting to do, why I have to harvest them. So, see, the camera will focus in, but you see how they're all starting to open up. They're all wanting to flower. All of these little things right here, that is all flowers. And when broccoli and cauliflower go to seed, these all open up. So you want to pick it when it is a nice tight head. And I noticed that these were all starting to do that. So I picked 4 cauliflowers yesterday. Some of them are actually really nice size heads. Now I did wash these in some salt water yesterday when I brought them in, just in case there's any little garden friends in them. It does happen when you do organic gardening. So I washed them and put them out to dry for a little bit, and then I put them in my fridge last night. For the project that we're gonna do today, you definitely want them to be on the drier side. You don't want them to be soaking wet, because what I have read, it will make for a soggier, mushy consistency for the final product. I just realized one of my cookie sheets is outside in the freezer, so I need to go and grab it. When I harvested the cauliflower yesterday, I also harvested my broccoli and a little bit of my peas. I hardly got any peas this year because we had such a rainy spring that all of my peas got washed away. So I really hardly have any, but it's fine. Azure had them on sale last month, so I was able to get some from Azure. But I blanched all of my broccoli and put it on this cookie sheet and just threw it in the freezer. So today I'm gonna have to get this vacuum sealed. This is not all the broccoli that I grew this year. This is just some of it. See if I can do this one-handed. Grab my little vacuum sealer out. I actually got this vacuum sealer maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I bought my Excalibur dehydrator. They had a promotion where if you bought the dehydrator, you got a vacuum sealer bag free with the purchase. So that's where I got this. And it has been working really good for the last 4 years. Now I also have my vacuum sealer bags. I do have these linked in my video description. I've been using these bags consistently for 4 years and love them. They are so much cheaper than the Food Saver variety, and I've not had any problems with them. So we're gonna get a couple of them out. You kind of want to do this relatively quickly because you do not want your vegetables to thaw out. The reason I flash freeze them is that way they don't stick together in a big ice clump in my freezer. They're all individually frozen. So just take them off the cookie sheet. Now, because it's just usually Steven and I eating, I'm only gonna put what we would eat in a meal in a bag. That looks so good. One bag done. And then we'll do our peas. I still have a little bit outside on the plants, but just all my peas just died this year. It was sad. Actually, they didn't even really die. They just didn't even germinate. It just was so wet. I'm trying to think of a way to do this so I don't spill peas everywhere. It's very pitiful. So I just put those in the freezer. So today's project, we are going to do something that I have wanted to do for a very, very long time, but I honestly thought it was a way bigger procedure than it actually is. But it turns out it's a very, very simple process to make cauliflower rice. So we're gonna attempt to do it. Steven and I both love cauliflower rice. We actually like to eat cauliflower rice more than we just like to have steamed cauliflower. So I'm gonna take these 4 heads and we're gonna turn them into cauliflower rice. So for this recipe, we are going to use the food processor. If you do not have a food processor, you can use a box grater. You just want to use this part of the box grater where you would normally shred cheese, use that part. So we're going to use the shredding disc that comes with the food processor. Just going to get my food processor all ready to go. So we're gonna take our cauliflower and you can just break it off or you can cut it, whatever you prefer. I have soaked these in salt water and I still have garden friends on them. So I'm gonna use all parts of the cauliflower. I'm gonna use the bottom stem, everything. We're just gonna put them into little tiny pieces like this. You can just break them off pretty easily or you can just use a knife and chop them off. A little bit of a spider friend in here. We're just going to rinse that off. So I'm going to take these and break them into really, really small pieces. Got some grass in there. And then the stems I'm just going to leave out because I'm going to cut those into really fine pieces. By doing this, it just helps it kind of shred a little bit easier. Just have these stems here, so we'll just cut them up into little pieces. We got all of our cauliflower chopped up and man, does this make a mess. It is all over the floor and everywhere. I'll have to clean it up later. So I'm gonna take my little pieces of cauliflower and we're gonna put them in the food processor. Again, we're gonna use the shredding disc for this. I don't think that this is latched on right. Something isn't right. Me and this food processor, always fight. What is happening? You know what it is? This goes on back here. You'd think this was new. I've had this for years. Okay, there we go. That's looking pretty full. We're gonna stop it. That plus I'm getting a whole bunch left up in here. Just empty that out in here. Okay, let's check this texture. Ooh, look at that. Cauliflower rice. I'm gonna grab one of my beach towels. Now, because this cauliflower is kind of wet, you don't really wanna freeze it when it's wet because it says when you cook it, it will result in a mushy texture. So we wanna put it on this towel and we just kind of wanna give it a quick pat just to get any excess moisture out of it. Empty it out onto that, put it on a nice thin layer, and it also gives me the opportunity to pick out any bigger pieces that didn't really get shredded up good. Okay, we'll just, it's barely dry. Like, I'm not getting a lot of moisture coming up out of this. Okay, that's good. Yeah, this definitely makes a mess. It's like confetti everywhere. Cauliflower confetti. We have our lined baking sheet. We'll try to get a majority of this on it and not on the floor. Okay, I might forego this step because it didn't get a lot of moisture out of it. I'm not feeling a lot on the towel. And honestly, I'm wasting half of it by yard sailing it everywhere. So I don't think I'm gonna do that again. But we'll make a nice flat layer with it. I'll be able to fit a little bit more on this cookie sheet, and then we will get this put into the freezer. Let's get this all shredded up. See, did it again. Starting to spit up everywhere, so I think it's pretty full. Scrape it off the lid, add it to here. But there is actually a little bit of moisture coming up on this. I am feeling some moisture on this, so I'm just gonna take that towel, just push it down a little bit on it. See if we can get some of that moisture up. You want to keep it in a pretty thin layer on the cookie sheet. That way it freezes pretty evenly. I would probably, if I had 3 cookie sheets, divide this all into 3 cookie sheets, but we only have 2, so this is gonna have to be fine. So we got the last cookie sheet done. I'm gonna get these put in the freezer. I'm probably going to flash freeze these for maybe a couple hours. And then after a couple hours, I'm gonna do exactly like what I did with the broccoli. I'm gonna get these frozen with the vacuum sealer. This one tray will probably give me 3 servings of cauliflower rice. Actually, maybe only 2. One thing I have to get done. Actually, no, need to prioritize. To get these in the freezer, and then I have to deal with the floor. I don't know if you can see all of this speckled white. It makes a mess. Oh. Probably gonna have to end up washing my floors. I realized I had cauliflower even in my glasses. It sprays everywhere. So I got that project done. I am really excited to have experimented with that. I honestly always thought it was such a hard project to do. So I was really excited to find out it's literally just as simple as just shredding your cauliflower. So one thing that I did last week, I'm kind of having a deep cleaning week. I'm spending a lot of time just doing little things that kind of get neglected in springtime. I get out in the garden and this house literally just goes on the back burner. But one thing that I do frequently is I strip my towels. So what that means is I just put them in a mixture and just let them sit. And what it does is it just kind of strips all of the oils and just the stuff that doesn't get off in the washing process. So I recorded it because I wanted to show you guys. I've always heard of people doing it. When you read a blog or something online, at least this is the way I am. I don't always understand it. I am a visual learner, so I have to see somebody doing it in order to kind of get how to do it. I've experimented with this a couple times and now I'm kind of comfortable showing you guys how to do it. So I'm gonna include that clip in here because I did film it for you guys. Also, you'll have to excuse the fact that I was not looking put up. I am a week out of having 2 teeth pulled and some bone grafts done, and unfortunately, one of them is infected, so I'm dealing with that. But anyways, I'm not necessarily feeling like putting on, you know, fancy clothes. I was doing a deep cleaning, so just a pre-preference, just don't mind my appearance. So here's the clip. Sometimes I notice my towels get a little bit of a musky smell to them. I don't know if it's necessarily the detergent I'm using because I changed my detergent and they still kind of smell a little musky after a couple washes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something called laundry stripping or towel stripping. So all I do is I put some mixture into a bathtub with really, really hot water, just kind of dissolve all of the ingredients that we're gonna put in, and then I let them sit for at least a couple of hours. And then after the couple hours, I run them through a laundry cycle without any detergent, and they usually end up coming out nice and fresh. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. I'm just waiting for my bathtub to fill up. It's really loud in there, so I didn't really wanna film. I also got some water boiling because I want this water to be really, really hot. You guys hopefully can hear me. I have the tap turned up pretty hot. So I just added that boiling water in there, thinking that should be enough water, and I'm really hoping that plug works. I don't use this bathroom very often. This is our spare bathroom downstairs. It does not get used very often unless we have guests or my daughter's here. And so this, like the stopper tends to not work very well on it. So hopefully it will work. So I have 3 ingredients here, and that's all you need in order to strip your towels or your laundry. You can do this with clothes as well. It does kind of freshen up your clothes a little bit, especially if you are working outside and have really dirty gardening clothes, or you're a mechanic, or you work with you have a dirty job. So this works really good for laundry too. So I have some washing soda here. I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of washing soda to here. And then I have some borax, so we're also going to add a 1/4 cup of borax. And then we have some powdered laundry detergent. Now the powdered laundry detergent, you wanna make sure that it has enzymes in it. I usually use this laundry detergent called Nellie's. I can put a picture of it here. You can get it on Azure, but I honestly have found it the cheapest at TJ Maxx. So when it's on sale at TJ Maxx, I tend to stock up on it, but I don't have any right now. So I'm gonna use this laundry detergent that I got from Azure Standard. It's called Country Save, and it should work perfectly fine with this. So we're gonna add 1/2 cup of this laundry soap into here. So I just wanna make sure that this is mixed in. So I'm just gonna kind of move it around a little bit with my hand. And it's hot, but it's not so hot that I can't touch it. I'm really hoping that this water is not leaking out. So then all we're gonna do is we're gonna put our towels in here. We use cloth napkins. We do not use paper towel. So I also like to do this with my dish towels, my cloth napkins. Just keeps everything really, really fresh. And I do not mix clothes with my linens. I keep them separate. If I'm gonna do a load of clothes, then I will keep the clothes separate from these. I don't know, personal preference. There's no reason why. And then you just kind of want to swish them around in this. See, the water's already turned color. It's amazing how much unseen dirt it gets out of stuff. And I wash my towels like every couple of days. Like I do not reuse towels. I know it's not so good for water consumption, but we wash our towels all the time. So they're not necessarily dirty. They're just, this is what happens by using laundry detergent with towels, I guess. So we'll leave these guys sit for a couple hours and then we'll come back and get them into the washing machine. The other reason I like doing it in this bathroom is because this is the spare bathroom that is on the ground floor. And when I am moving the wet towels from here, it's a very short distance to my laundry room because they are soaking, sopping wet when I usually take them out of here. So I don't want to bring them all the way down the stairs. So I will see you guys back in a couple hours when we check on them to see what color that water is. I'm thinking it's going to be really dirty and nasty, but we'll see. We're going to go and take a look and see how bad that water is. They've been in here for now, I think about 3 hours. Nasty. Let's get these put into the washing machine. Well, I just carry them one by one into the laundry room, and then we just put them into the washing machine. We are not going to use any laundry detergent in this. These have already been soaking in a laundry detergent, so they do not need any added to here. Got my washing machine on normal, and I like to run my towels and linens always at hot water. And I'm not gonna put any laundry detergent in there. I am going to change it to a heavy soil and then just let it run through. And then we'll have nice and fresh towels out of the washing machine. I probably do this, let's turn this on. I probably do this, I would say, every couple of months. Because I wash our towels so frequently, I find that every couple months is a good time frame just to kind of do the stripping. And again, you can do this with clothes if you find that the clothes have a little bit of a musty smell or they're really dirty. That is an excellent way to kind of get that stuff lifted off of the fabrics. Now I'm sweeping all of my floors to try to get this cauliflower that's sprayed everywhere. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I love sharing with you kind of different ways to preserve stuff. I mean, you can always blanch the broccoli and put it in the freezer, but I like to have new, interesting ways to preserve stuff. One thing that I'm actually thinking about doing, and I will link the video for you guys up here, I made this Gardena mix last year, and it has like peppers and broccoli and cauliflower. Actually, maybe it doesn't have broccoli in it. Anyways, I only made 2 quarts of it, and those 2 quarts went so fast. It is so delicious. So I might go out to the Amish and pick up some stuff to do that project, but I will leave that video linked here for you guys. But that's pretty much going to be my preservation for my cauliflower this year. Again, I didn't plant very many because we don't usually eat it, but now that I have this new thing, which we actually love, I might grow more in the fall. That way I can put up some more rice. So anyways, thanks guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.